she's just Reba. She's her own word.
Big Sky star Katheryn Winnick is here, telling us all about working with Reba McEntire and so much more. And we've got the stories that define the week on People in 10. I'm Andrea Belke, bringing you everything you need to know about pop culture right now. We've got 10 minutes, so let's dive right in with the first 5. Starting with an outpouring of tributes for Leslie Jordan, who died on Monday at the age of 67.
Who wants to live in a world without Leslie Jordan?
Leslie's rep confirmed to People that the beloved actor died in a car crash in Hollywood after an apparent medical emergency,
leaving people from all corners of the entertainment industry sharing shock and sadness over his death. His Call Me Kat co-star Mayim Bialik released a statement on behalf of the cast and crew, saying in part, "There aren't words to convey the loss we are experiencing."
She also shared some sweet photos on Instagram saying, quote, "They broke the mold when they made Leslie Jordan."
We're doing this. Yeah, we are.
His Will and Grace co-stars also paid tribute.
Megan Mullally penned a lengthy Instagram post, heartbreakingly noting that there will never ever be another Leslie.
Well.
In addition to his acting roles, Jordan also became a social media sensation during the height of the pandemic.
Well, hello, fellow hunker-downers.
He really was a light to so many during a dark and uncertain time.
Switching gears now to the posts you've been loving this week. We are getting a glimpse of how in love Meghan Markle and Prince Harry are, as their friend and frequent photographer Misan Harriman shared a new behind-the-scenes shot of the couple. But unlike previous photos from the One Young World Summit, this one shows the pair smiling, holding hands, and sharing a joyous moment together. We also got some new snaps of baby Malti Marie celebrating her first Diwali with parents Nick Jonas and Priyanka Chopra, while Bridget Moynihan caused a stir with a post about relationships ending amid marriage drama between her ex Tom Brady and his wife Gisele Bündchen. The actress and model, who shares a son with Tom, quoted therapist Vienna Farron, writing in part, "Not everything is meant to be mended. Not all relationships are meant to last a lifetime." Very interesting. And Jason Momoa left little to the imagination on a recent fishing trip with friends.
Yeah.
His barely there outfit included beige, thong-like bottoms, and once he had her attention, he highlighted the issue of single-use plastic by catching rainbows in a Mananalu water bottle. Next up, a story you've been following closely on People.com. Kanye West is dealing with the fallout after repeated anti-Semitic comments.
Adidas, Balenciaga, Gap, and even Kanye's talent agency, CAA, cut ties with him this week.
And the effects are massive for the rapper, who was worth a reported $6.6 billion just last year.
According to Forbes, he's now worth $400 million, which is still a lot of money, but that's a huge difference. Meanwhile, NBC News reports that Adidas alone could lose $240 million from the split.
Ye's money now comes from real estate, his music catalog, cash, and a 5% stake in the Skims brand, owned by his ex-wife Kim Kardashian, who was among the famous names speaking out against anti-Semitism in the wake of his remarks.
Kim condemned hate speech in a tweet on Monday, while her sister Khloe Kardashian joined Reese Witherspoon, John Legend, Amy Schumer, and many other stars who showed solidarity with the Jewish community.
In this week's People cover story, Michael J. Fox is opening up about losing his mom, staying strong in his 30-year Parkinson's battle, and the acts of kindness that changed his life. He admits it's been a struggle, but overall, he is happy.
I went through a stretch period where, a period of time where, and I held no grudge about it, but it's just clear that the world was lining up to kick my ass. And I went through a lot of stuff, and I came out the other side of it more kind.
And if he could give any advice to his fans, it'd be exactly that. When in doubt, just be kind.
I was always a nice guy. He would say kind. I was always a nice guy. I like being a nice guy. Like someone that, you know, if I had 25 cents and you need a nickel, I give you a nickel, I give you a dime. It doesn't matter to me. That's not just generosity. That's just the way I feel. Life is easier when we're nice to each other, and we're good to each other, and we're not always thinking that someone is trying to find advantage. We're not always trying to find advantage over someone else. We're not trying to put someone down to build us up.
We are continuing to recognize Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Ellen Winters tells People about her decision to have an aesthetic flat closure after her breast cancer diagnosis and double mastectomy. According to the National Cancer Institute, an AFC is when the chest wall appears flat. After she scheduled the procedure, Winters remembers trying to find tips on how to dress herself, but she was disappointed by sites encouraging her to hide the fact that she wouldn't, quote, have boobs anymore. She also says her surgeon originally told her she'd look spectacular with implants. As she puts it, doctors are a little in love with putting Barbie back together again. Winters adds that the medical community doesn't even consider AFC as reconstruction. Ultimately, she believes every breast cancer patient should do what's right for them, and she was bound and determined to feel unashamed about her choice. Since the procedure, Winters' confidence has skyrocketed. She tells People, quote, "Instead of the shame thing, I'm actually feeling really powerful." Now, let's move on to some screen time. I'm so excited to be joined now by Katheryn Winnick. Her American crime drama Big Sky airs Wednesdays on ABC.
I swear I could have had a career as a Hollywood stuntman.
What about a career as a person who's going to help me solve this crime?
Thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to ask you 5 questions. For question number 1, you have to give me 1 answer. For question number 2, you have to give me 2 answers, and so on. Let's get started. First up, you played Jenny Hoyt on Big Sky. Thinking about out west and Montana definitely gives me a sense of peace, despite the turn of events on the show. So what is one thing that gives you a sense of peace?
Oh gosh, it has to be just going out in nature and just being either in the woods or near water. Take off your shoes and putting your feet in the sand, even in the rain. It's just something really healing about being in the elements and getting the right energy from the universe.
I have 2 words for you. Reba McEntire. She joined the cast this season in a juicy role.
Fun will be had or your money back.
What are 2 words that you would use to describe working with such a legend?
Ooh, can I only do it in 2? But
Try.
A force. She's definitely someone you don't want to mess with, and she's just Reba. She's her own word. Can I just say Reba?
Yes.
I think that's the best way to describe Reba. Reba, she's fantastic. She's so amazing to work with, and such a light energy on set, and such a twisted, dark character she plays. So I think a lot of the audience and people and her fans would really like to see her in a different light.
If they come looking, it's going to be bad for both of us.
They always say don't meet your heroes, but I met Reba. I've interviewed her a couple times, and she's so nice. And it was just
so sweet. I know I'm actually going to go see if I can see her. She just started her tour, so I'm going to actually hopefully get a chance to head out there and see her perform in her element. So it'll be amazing.
Obviously, Big Sky is a fan favorite, and you're on your 3rd season, which is a huge deal. What are 3 of your favorite things about filming this series?
Well, we're shooting in New Mexico, and it's a land of the enchantment, as they say. The most incredible sunsets and the full moons, and also you just see all the stars. Like, how can you not stargaze when you're there? Out there, you're literally in the middle of nowhere. I also love just working with all the different actors. We get a chance to play with different actors from different generations, and men and women that have been on some leads of TV shows and movies that I've wanted to work with. So it's been really fun. It keeps it going, keeps it interesting. So that's been amazing. And the 3rd thing, ooh, they make a really good steak.
Switching gears here, this past year you felt called to action and created this amazing cause called the Winnick Foundation, which helps to provide humanitarian assistance to the people of Ukraine affected by the war. What are 4 things that inspire you to keep going and help more people in Ukraine?
Gosh, 4, there's so many. Being also Ukrainian, having the Ukrainian history and culture and language, but I understand how important it is for our independence that we are our own country. We've different Ukrainian traditions, Ukrainian Christmases, and I think that's important too. The strong will of the Ukrainian people, the strong line of women also too. My grandmother, my mother, all have a strong sense of pride of family values. The Ukrainian people have that strong sense of who they are. The other 2 things to probably to highlight is something we should not get used to. I can't believe we're here so many months later. This is something that we all need to do our part I started the winnickfoundation.org, where 100% of the proceeds go directly to the humanitarian aid in Ukraine, and working with President Zelensky's United 24 charity, and that now that money is going to the right place. If anybody would like to be involved or help out, and every little bit helps, it's the winnickfoundation.org. Just being Ukrainian, you're fiercely proud. We will prevail. We are very proud of being Ukrainian, and we will continue to fight for every inch of our land. And we will rebuild Ukraine, and it'll be stronger than ever.
And finally, what are 5 words to describe this season of Big Sky?
Unexpected, mysterious, thrilling, twisted, juicy.
Cassie saw a creepy guy on the side of the road. He had the truck just like us.
What made him creepy?
The feeling he gave me.
Katheryn, thank you so much for being here. Everyone, make sure you watch Big Sky. It airs Wednesdays on ABC. All right, time's up. And I have some bittersweet news. This is actually my last People in 10. So I want to thank you all for tuning in. It's been such a blast. I'm now passing the torch to Mako, who I love, so you are in great hands. So see you next Thursday. Well, I won't, but Mako will see you next Thursday. Bye.